Dad, what color is the sky? The innocent words struck Robert Blackstone like a blade. His son Tyler's small voice filled the marble silence of the $15 million mansion, echoing louder than any business deal Robert had ever closed. Tyler was only 9, born into unimaginable wealth, yet living in eternal darkness. Congenital blindness. Doctors had stamped the verdict. Untreatable. The optic nerve was irreparably damaged. Robert had spared no expense. Millions spent on Swiss clinics, Japanese surgeons, Boston gene therapies. All failed. His son still groped through the mansion, bumping into furniture, relying on guiding hands. Nothing could buy sight. Nothing could fix the emptiness that stole Robert's air from seeing the world. And then she appeared. "I'm Rose Washington, the new cleaning lady," a voice announced at the door. A black woman in her 60s, gray hair tucked in a bun, wearing a faded blue uniform. Robert barely looked up from his laptop. Another temp worker, he thought. The butler will explain your duties. Stay away from my son. Rose bowed her head, but her eyes lingered on Tyler, small, fragile, clutching a teddy bear in the corner. "Hi, sweetie. What's your name?" she whispered softly. "Tyler." He turned toward her voice. "You sound different." "Rose." Robert's tone cut like ice. "I said stay away." But Tyler's small smile betrayed something Robert hadn't seen in weeks. A flicker of light in a boy who had only known darkness. If you believe miracles still exist in unexpected places, then subscribe now, because what you're about to discover in this story will challenge everything you think is impossible. That night, in her modest servant's room, Rose whispered prayers over a small glass jar of ointment her grandmother had passed down. A recipe born not of hospitals, but of tradition. Healing hands, not medical degrees. She believed in something money could never touch. And she believed Tyler was not beyond hope. The mansion ran on Robert's strict schedule. Rose cleaned quietly, invisible to her employer, but Tyler had started waiting for her. "Rose, you're back," he said each morning, recognizing her footsteps. "I always come back, dear. People like me keep promises," she replied warmly. Robert's irritation grew. Tyler doesn't need small talk from a cleaning lady. He has the best specialists in Chicago. But Rose knew pain when she saw it. She had marched for civil rights, buried a husband, and raised 3 children alone. She had faced men like Robert before, the ones who mistook money for wisdom. At night, while the mansion slept, Rose entered Tyler's room. From her apron, she pulled out the old ointment. "My grandmother used to say some plants hold a sun inside them. Smell this." Tyler inhaled deeply. "It smells like peace." "Now close your eyes, even tighter than usual. Tell me what you feel." Silence. Then a gasp. "Rose, there's a light. A golden star inside my head." Rose's heart skipped. It had begun. Each day, Tyler stumbled less. Each night, his eyes seemed to respond a little more. Doctors muttered about possible experimental success, while Robert beamed at investors, parading his fortune as proof of progress. But Rose knew the truth. Healing wasn't coming from laboratories. It was blooming in the heart of a child finally touched by love. March 15th, Tyler distinguished light from shadow. March 22nd, recognized my silhouette from 3 meters away. April 2nd, identified the blue of the pool. Rose wrote every breakthrough in her notebook, each page stamped with miracles the world refused to believe. Meanwhile, Robert fed the press lies. "My son is improving thanks to our exclusive treatments," he declared, cameras flashing. The nation applauded his wealth-driven narrative, while Rose poured coffee in the background, unseen, unnoticed. But the boy noticed. Tyler's eyes followed her in every room. The cameras captured it, though no one understood. One evening, Tyler descended the staircase alone for the first time. "Dad, I managed to walk by myself," he announced proudly. Robert froze. Too fast, too impossible, even for science. And there stood Rose in the doorway, quiet but radiant with unspoken truth. "How long have you been working here?" Robert snapped. 3 months, sir." "And Tyler, has he always been this close to you?" Rose's calm answer was a dagger. Children know who truly cares for them, Mr. Blackstone. Even when adults forget. Robert left speechless, but suspicion burned. The foundation of his arrogance was cracking. The breaking point came at breakfast. Tyler, running with newfound confidence, shouted, "Dad, I can see the garden from my window. The green trees, the blue pool, the red flowers Rose planted." Robert's coffee cup nearly shattered. Red flowers? How could his blind son know about them? Dragging Rose into the kitchen, he demanded, "What have you done to my son?" She placed her worn notebook before him. "What your millions couldn't do, my grandmother's hands did. I healed your son with remedies, patience, and faith. And every date, every photo, every word of yours claiming credit, I documented it all." At that moment, Tyler entered, his eyes shining. "Dad, it wasn't the doctors. It was Rose. She gave me medicine every night. She made me believe." The truth detonated like a bomb. Within hours, the press exposed Robert. Headlines screamed, "Arrogant millionaire stole credit from black cleaning lady who healed his son." His empire crumbled. Investors fled. His reputation drowned. But Rose's star rose. She appeared on talk shows, published a book, and opened a free clinic funded by donations. The woman Robert dismissed as unqualified became a national voice of healing and wisdom. 6 months later, Robert, broken and humbled, stood in her clinic garden. "I want to apologize," he whispered. Rose handed him a lavender flower. "Don't apologize to me. Apologize to your son. Wealth is worthless without love." Tyler, now 10, ran through the garden laughing, his eyes fixed on butterflies dancing in the sunlight. "Rose, look, I can see every color." And in that moment, Robert understood the cruelest truth of all. The greatest miracle money could never buy had always rested in the hands of the woman he had despised. If this story of resilience and justice touched your heart, make sure to subscribe for more powerful stories that prove miracles are real, if only we choose to see them.